Namaste, I am GVM Dr. Kiran Yadav. In this lecture, I will discuss about types of charges. As discussed earlier, there are two types of charges about which I told you in the last class. The name of these charges are positive charge and negative charge. Today I will start with how the name positive and negative charge was given, like why we call them positive and negative charge. We could have given them some another name, why we give this particular name. So the nomenclature or the name given to them as positive and negative is from the similar mathematical concept. So if we add two charges, then it eliminates both and make it zero. This is similar to a mathematical operation of addition becoming zero if one is positive and one is negative quantity. So if I have suppose I have plus 5 and minus 5, and if I add both of these, then the resultant is 0. Similarly, in case of charges, if I have some positive charge and I have some negative charge in same amount, then the resultant charge is 0. Okay, so similarity between this mathematical description of positive and negative and about the charges, the name positive and negative was given to the charges. So next thing is, when do we say that a body is charged, or how can we define that a body is charged or not? uh, for that, any body has large number of positive and negative charges in it. The number of positive charges is equal to the number of negative charges, and therefore the net charge on body is 0. So if net charge is 0, then we call the body as neutral body. Okay, this is a body. In this there are two positive charges and two negative charges, therefore the net charge on this body is 0. Okay, so now if we remove one negative charge from this, then it will be left with two positive charge and one negative charge, and we can clearly see here that positive charge is an axis. So this is positive charge body, because here positive charge is large as compared to the negative charge, therefore we call it as positive charge body. And if we remove one positive charge from the body, then we can see here that we are left with two negative charges and one positive charge in the body. So here negative charge is more as compared to the positive charge, so this body is negative charge body. uh, During rubbing or any charging process, what happens? The positive and negative charge particle transfer from one body to another body, and hence the body gets charged. Uh, and we know charge is always carried by materials, like we need a materials or a body to make it charged. Okay, so we always need a body, and there is one device or instrument uh, which is known as electroscope. uh, from by electroscope we can check if a body is charged or not. Okay, so this is how this instrument looks like. So there is a plate over the top, and then connected to this plate there are two metal rods. These are the two metal foils. These are placed quite close to each other, and this whole arrangement is placed in a box of glass. Okay, so that we can see this arrangement through the glass. If we have a body that we need to find out that it is charged or not, then we keep the body here on the top of this plate. This is the charge body. Here I have put a positive charge body. If the positive charge body is kept here, then the positive charge, then both these rods also becomes positive charge, and as these rods are of similar charges, and as we know that similar charges repel each other, so both these rods get repelled. Okay, so uh, uh, as both these rods get repel, we can say that the body that we keep here is a charged body, because if it would have been a neutral body, there would be not any displacement uh, between these rods. Okay, there will not be any attraction or repulsion. So by this instrument, electroscope, we can check that if a body is charged or not. Next is electrostatic series. This is basically a series of materials in which if we rub any two materials, then the upper material become positively charged and the lower material become negatively charged. So the materials of this series are: first is glass, second is flannel, third is wool, fourth is silk, fifth is hard metal, sixth is hard rubber, seventh is sealing wax, eighth is resin or plastic, ninth is sulfur. Uh, so if we take any two materials from this series, for example, if I take wool and hard rubber, and if I ask then that which material, that if I rub these two materials, which will be positively charged and which material will be negatively charged, then the answer will be wool will be positively charged, because we know that according to the series, the upper material in the series become positively charged and the lower material become negatively charged. Here upper material is wool as compared to the hard rubber. So wool will be positively charged and hard rubber will be negatively charged. You will have to memorize the sequence of this series. If there is any mistake in the sequence, then you can answer wrong. So just memorize the sequence of the series. If I take another example, like in case of silk and sulfur, which body will be negatively charged? Then your answer will be sulfur, because uh, the lower material become negatively charged, we know that. So wool will be positively charged, silk will be positively charged and sulfur will be negatively charged. Next topic is electron theory of electronic charge. Okay, so as we know the atomic picture, an atom consists of electron which are negatively charged and nucleus which consists of positive charge. The positive charges in nucleus is equal in amount to the negative charge in the nucleus. So negative charge in the atom, not in the nucleus, sorry. So this is a positively charged nucleus and this is an electron revolving in the orbit around the nucleus. So like if here this positive charge is equal to the negative charge in amount, so whenever an electron enters an atom, then what will happen? Negative charge will increase, so the atom will acquire negative charge and it will become a negatively charged body. Okay, so and whenever an electron leaves the atom, okay, if the electron leaves the atom, and there will be positive charge left in the atom and the atom will become positively charged body. Okay, so an atom has negative charge as well as positive charge. The negative charge and positive charge both are in equal amount, so if negative charge is added to the atom, then there is negative charge in excess in the atom, so it becomes negatively charged body. And if uh, negative charge, which means electron, because electron is negatively charged, so whenever a negative charge leaves an atom or electron leaves an atom, then positive charge becomes in excess and the body becomes positively charged body. So it should be clear to you now. So here we can say that electron is responsible for creation of positive and negative charge bodies. Now there is one question: why not the positive charge from nucleus does not contribute? Like here electron is either entering an atom or leaving an atom. Why not the proton or positive charge in the nucleus enters or leaves the atom? And so the answer to this question is mass of proton is 1836 times mass of electron. So if Me is mass of electron, then Mp is equal to 1836 Me. So electron is very light as compared to proton. Okay, proton are found in nucleus which are positively charged. Okay, so electron is very light as compared to proton. So it is easy for electrons to move quickly, because if a person is light in weight, then it moves quickly, and if a person is heavy in weight, then it will not move as quickly as compared to the person that is light in weight. So in case of proton and electron, proton is heavy and electron is light in weight, so electron will move quickly. So it is easy uh, to leave it is easy that an electron enters or leaves the atom as compared to proton. Okay, so it will require less energy because it is light, so it will require less energy to move from one place to another. So that is why electron is responsible for creation of charged bodies, not proton. Charge and mass relation. So if an electron enters or leaves a body, then is there any difference in the mass of the body? So yes, there is a change in the mass due to exchange of electron, because electron carry mass also. So if um, in case of negatively charged bodies, there will be more electron or more negative charge, so the mass will be increased. Okay, in case of positively charged body, there is uh, less negative charge. That means there are less number of electrons, or it means electron has left the atom. That is why the body is positively charged. So it means there will be decreased mass because electron has left the atom, so mass of the atom or body will decrease. In case of negatively charged body, uh, the body is negatively charged, as there is electron entering into the atom, which will increase the mass of atom or body. We can say that an electron has preliminary charge, or the smallest charge. So the value of this smallest charge on electron is minus 1.6 into 10 is to power minus 19 coulomb. Okay, the symbol is minus E. Here E is for electronic charge and minus because the charge on electron is negative.